And now, views and interviews from the world of technology. Coming up, Sky News Tech Talk with Krista Holloman.
My name is Christian Taylor. I'm the founder and CEO of Payvment.
Well, what do you do?
We power a majority of all the shopping on Facebook. We have roughly about 160,000 brands and medium and small businesses that have used Payvment to launch e-commerce on Facebook. Hopefully to connect with 900 million consumers.
So what does the service look like? How much would I as a retailer have to do to get going?
Well, so most of our brands are new businesses. For instance, if you had an idea for, let's say, starting a T-shirt business, back before Facebook and really before Payvment, if you wanted to do that, you would probably have to go and launch a website, find a web designer, add some e-commerce to it, probably pay Google or something a whole lot of money to send traffic over to that website, and then probably like $25,000 later find out your idea was stupid or it just didn't work. Well, I think what Payvment did was we ended up really lowering the barrier of what it took for you, an entrepreneur, to start a business and figure out if it's working and connect with Facebook users, connect with that first-time big audience. So for us, it's, if you wanted to do this, you would go to payvment.com, you would install this Facebook app, and it walks you through setting up your store. It takes about 15 minutes. Then you have a complete shopping store, complete e-commerce store attached to your business's Facebook page. But really, that's only half of what Payvment does. The other half is that we help Facebook users find you. So it doesn't matter that you're new to Facebook, your business is new, nobody knows who you are. As soon as you launch your store and get your product into Payvment's platform on Facebook, that's how we end up connecting you to Facebook users who are going to be passionate about your products.
So what's your revenue model? How do you make money?
So when we ask our sellers why they're interested in e-commerce on Facebook, they don't tell us, well, we're here to sell to our fans. They say, well, we hear there's 900 million people on Facebook. How do we connect to them? So we sort of knew right up front that the monetization really had to be around the discovery. The true what makes this really interesting is about the discovery. So knowing that, we give away the stores. If you want to launch store on e-commerce, absolutely free. Or store on Facebook, it's absolutely free. But if you want to turn up the volume, get yourself discovered, those kind of things, we have different things that you can do to essentially turn up the volume on that discovery. Everything from it's really a bunch of premium features that help you just connect better with Facebook users.
There's been a lot of buzz in the last year about F-commerce. Does it really work? And what are the numbers suggesting?
Well, with Payvment, we power about 80% of all that shopping. And you're right. There were a handful of large merchants that tried it. Really, just honestly, they were doing it wrong. One of the things was, I won't bring up any names, but some of these large brands were just really building e-commerce stores and just throwing them on their Facebook page, and then crossing their arms and waiting for all these sales to come through. And quite honestly, if I already know who you are, let's say you're The Gap, and I go to your Facebook page, and I see that you have a store, I'm already familiar with your brand. I'm probably more likely not going to shop there on Facebook. I'm going to go to thegap.com. But all the brands and businesses that are launching stores through Payvment, they don't have that name recognition. So for us, we're connecting them to brand new Facebook users that have never, that don't know who they are, who, even if we sent you over to your website, more than likely, they'll probably be apprehensive about giving you their credit card. So we essentially make a really safe place on Facebook where Facebook users for the first time can make a purchase from you, and hopefully you as a brand can start to build audience, and then as you grow your business, launch a website, get into mobile. But it's really that first step into discovery and launching that product that makes all the difference. And I think those large guys sort of forgot that. It was about the discovery, not about launching stores.
What would you say is the top tips if you want to be successful at selling on Facebook as a retailer?
Well, it's sort of interesting. Recently we launched a product called Social IQ, and it was specifically to help sellers learn how to be much better at social commerce, because it's not just launching stores. Social commerce is about really brands interacting with Facebook users, being part of the conversation. If somebody's talking about your brand on Facebook, you want to be a part of that, and you want to be able to be a part of that conversation. So we we recently launched this thing called Social IQ, where from our dashboard you're able to see what everybody's talking about when it comes to your brand on Facebook, sort of getting a bird's eye view into not only Facebook but also Twitter. And we also give you tools to help you figure out how to leverage that, leverage all those conversations. For instance, I mean, most of our sellers, like I said, they're small and medium-sized businesses. You know, social commerce feels a little bit foreign to them at first. So part of our jobs is helping them really get into it smoothly and have success right off the bat. So, you know, when it comes to our dashboard that our sellers use to power their stores, 20% of it's probably those tools that you'd normally see in an e-commerce platform, like managing your products and your orders. But really 80% of it is tools to like help you guide you as the business owner into having success with social commerce. Tools such as, you know, generating polls around your products just to get people engaged, and you know, so we're almost teaching a new generation of business owners how to leverage social commerce, and it's even things that a lot of large brands aren't even truly comprehending. So this is sort of why the small business are really knocking it out of the park. You know, where you're hearing a lot of the larger guys are scratching their heads, not getting it right off the bat.
So what's the next big thing for you guys? What are you looking at in terms of the future development of the proposition?
Well, I mean, for us, we feel like, we're turning Facebook essentially into the next Amazon. We're turning social networks into shopping portals, you know. And so for us, we're really close to capturing that whole entire space with Facebook. So as a company, we want to continue to grow to sort of take over the last 20% of the shopping there. You know, we're also getting much better at being able to help Facebook users find the products that they might be passionate about. So really, when it comes to the things that Payvment works on, you know, it might not be the things you would expect. You know, it's not building new ways of doing shipping and tax and, you know, really e-commerce-y stuff. The stuff Payvment innovates on is really building tools to help Facebook users discover you. Even though you don't have 1 million fans and people don't know who you are, you know, those new business owners. And that's probably what we'll be doing for the next year.
Sky News Tech Talk, in association with First Tuesday, the UK's largest network for high-growth technology companies and their investors. For free membership, visit firsttuesday.org.uk.